Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, I'm looking at the CNBC website and I can see that the index futures are not looking that great. But of course, the negative that they are showing is minor and it could change before the market opens. I'm recording at 7:10 a.m. in the morning and there's plenty of time for the indices to mend, and I think they will mend. And there are some reasons for it which I'll talk about as we proceed. But first, the disclaimer, and then let's get started. Welcome back, friends. I'm looking at the Dow futures, which is down 0.13%, S&P futures down 0.12%, and Nasdaq futures down 0.11%. As I mentioned, they are likely to improve. There have been a few executive orders that have made a little bit of stir up in the Bitcoin and crypto world. We'll talk about that in a separate video, but overall, I think that we are in a very critical situation, and the trends being bullish, we are reaching some new high levels, which would probably cause the market to take a pause, especially because next week the Mag 7 results will start trickling in and the expectations are very lofty. So there is going to be a little bit of hesitation around here. And you can see in the Nasdaq futures that for the last 3 days, we have been struggling with this resistance at 22,079.75, but just have not been able to clear it. MACD continues to stay bullish, but the momentum is a bit weak. And that's the reason why I am thinking that there is hesitation out here. People are waiting to see if the Mag 7s can deliver to the expectations and also talk about a rosy future. And I think next week is going to be very decisive. Till then, we might be in a consolidation pattern, trying to decide what to do. For example, let me take a pen from here and draw a potential track. So we could either go this way and then come back to retest the support that we have here and then bounce back, or instead we may probably come back down here, marking a new all-time high and then working our way back up again, testing this resistance, maybe coming down and then going back up again. This is a distinct possibility. So that's something that could happen. Or we could be in a situation where we are coming down from here after the earnings because of a disappointment, test this and then be range bound here, waiting for the remaining earnings to come in. So that's one possibility. Now, apart from this, it's also possible that the earnings come in and the market is not impressed. So we drop down here and then we break through this resistance support and then come down further. And we could go all the way down up to this level of support that we have out here. This is a huge area of support, and this could potentially become our next support point from where we'll start moving back up again. So the possibilities are endless. It all depends not only on the earnings that are coming up next week, but also on what President Trump says and does. If he escalates this talk about tariff, if he talks more about making Canada the 51st state and Panama Canal and creating a lot of international tensions, then I would say that we'll have problems out here. It will become more volatile and we won't know which way to go. But if we look at the 10-year yields, that's kind of giving a benign outlook because it has stayed range bound, and it seems to be coming down because we have MACD, which is bearish, and momentum also, which is dropping. And if I look at the economic calendar from yesterday, the inflation came up hotter for Japan, and Japan actually increased its interest rate by 25 basis points. But fortunately for us, we have a situation where the Japanese yen has been consolidating. It did not go up as a result, and the dollar is also weakening a little bit. If you look at the dollar index, it's also weakening. So overall, the situation is contained at this point of time, but the risk of a Japanese yen unwind increases as the dollar starts getting weaker and if the Japanese yen stays consistent. So that's what I think is the risk ahead. And I'm going to get back into the TradingView platform and let's go and have a look at our indicators. Dow Jones has broken the diagonal line of resistance out here and converted that into a support, and it's moved into a superior bull channel. I'm going to mark this as green. I'm going to reduce the thickness so that you can see where it exactly breaks. So the previous day we tried to break through, failed, and then yesterday we broke through and went up, and today I think we are going to stay above this diagonal line of support because this will be the first level it has to break to come down. And in the pre-market action, whatever we have seen is not significant enough to bring us below this diagonal line of support. Next, S&P 500 also broke above a line of resistance at 6092 and converted that into a support. So that's also a big positive. And Russell index, even though it opened up lower, it managed to go all the way high up, just a tad above where it closed the previous day. In my books, that is still a positive. There's a consolidation. MACD is bullish. Momentum is also picking up. We'll see what happens in the market today. Nasdaq again eked out a little bit of gain, and it opened up a bit lower, less confidence in the morning, but during the day it picked up, especially around 2 o'clock. I think it picked up a lot. And MACD is bullish. Momentum is also looking good, even though a little bit flat. So let's see what the day holds. But when I look at put call ratio, it still seems to be bullish to me at around 0.78, and VIX is also looking benign. So I'm hoping that all the pre-market negatives that we have seen are going to be washed over, and we'll have a pretty decent day today, and see that the range also is going up. If you look at the number of shares in S&P 500 above that 200-day moving average, that has gone up a little bit. And also when it comes to the ones that are above that 50-day average, that has also improved, and likewise for the ones above that 20-day average. So overall, I'm thinking that the markets are moving in the right direction. The earnings are going to be key, and any loose words that come from Trump could also be a risk factor. So friends, we are moving into a very interesting situation, and traditionally we have had a weakness in February, so we have to start worrying about that as we come closer to the end of the month, and the earnings are also coming in. So today in the economic calendar, I am thinking that the most important thing is going to be the PMI, which is coming out at 9:45, and the consumer sentiment report, which is coming out somewhere around 10 o'clock. So watch out for the markets to change around the 10 o'clock time frame. Well, let's look at our genomic watch list. The very first item out here is Verve. Verve is doing excellent, and I think it briefly touched our target, cup and handle target of 8.52, and it fell back, but I'm confident that today it's likely to go further ahead and complete the target. It's looking pretty good in the charts, with the MACD being very bullish and momentum also being very close to overbought. I think it can go up a little bit further. We have earnings coming out on 26th of February 2025. I think this is more of a sentiment trade, and once the target is achieved, we'll have to watch out what happens with the patterns and see if we can predict the future from there. Ginkgo Bioworks has jumped up again, and I'm feeling confident that it's going to touch our double bottom target of around 16.30. MACD and momentum both are looking pretty good. And what is driving the sentiment today is the news item that says Ginkgo Automation to deploy flexible laboratory automation system for cutting edge biofuels and bioproducts research at Great Lakes Bioenergy Research Center, GLBRC. So this is again a big achievement which is driving the share price and the optimism. So once again, I think 16.30, the target is achievable in the short term. And we have Caribou Biosciences, which is up 0.66, again a sentimental trade, that's all, nothing major out there. CRISPR Therapeutics still struggling within this range and trying to break through 44.58. Pre-market, it's at 44.49, up almost 0.59% in pre-market trades. Let us see if we are able to convert this into a support today. MACD is looking pretty good, but there's a bit of hesitation out here because momentum is flat. Earnings are out on the 18th of February, so still plenty of time out there. Grail has jumped significantly, and friends, there is a news item that is driving Grail. Oracle's Larry Ellison saying that AI-driven cancer vaccine could be coming soon as Donald Trump announces a $500 billion investment. So this is again a big news item which is impacting not only Grail, but it's also impacting mRNA. So let us see where mRNA is, and mRNA has also seen a huge jump here, and it's up 1.44% in pre-market trades. So these are two bullish factors that are at play out here. Beam Therapeutics is up 0.38% pre-market. Nothing major to report out here. Altimmune is up 0.71%, trying to break above the 200-day exponential moving average. MACD has mended, but it's still not in a bull channel. We have to see higher highs and higher lows continue for another week or so. Bluebird Bio is up 0.38%, still struggling to stay above the support of 7.66. Allogene has got no trades pre-market, and mRNA is up 1.70. We already spoke about this. ARCG is showing a lot of strength. It's up 0.22% again pre-morning. In the pre-morning action, MACD is bullish. Momentum is also pretty good. Pacific Biosciences is not going anywhere. It is under the resistance of 1.75, which it had earlier converted into a support. And pre-market, it's up 1.82%. We have Intelia, which is up 0.27%, still in this megaphone bear channel. And we have Illumina, which is up 0.04%. It's still above the 200-day exponential moving average. MACD is looking decent, but momentum needs to pick up. We have earnings on the 6th of Feb. Hopefully something in the earnings could become a catalyst. IMTX is up 8.08%, and it's pure sentiments out here in my opinion. I don't see any new news article. MACD is mending. Momentum is getting back into the normal zone. It has been oversold. So hopefully we see a turning point out here for IMTX. Editas is up around 5.22% as of yesterday. Pre-market, it's still flat. MACD has improved. Momentum is just about reaching average. Again, sentiment trades. Iowa is up 0.65% in pre-market trades. Unicure is down 0.486 in pre-market trades. And Sana is up 1.43% in pre-market trades. My friends, that brings me to an end of today's Genomics update. And I hope that you stay patient and be careful with what you do. There are a few price targets that I have given to you. At least DNA seems convincing to me. And I think that is something that one could aim for. And also with regard to Grail, I think the price target seems to be reasonable. Of course, all of these are personal opinions, not financial advice, but I hope you find something useful out here. Please do not hesitate to press the like to help with the YouTube algorithms. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help us grow this channel. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.